Jeff Hardy did say in an interview at a concert that he did on some guy whose like YouTube channel has like 800 subscribers, and he said on the interview, I'm coming to AEW. I'm really excited about it. He spoiled his own AEW signing.
I wonder why.
Will you stop? Horrible.
I'm sorry. I apologize. My thoughts are my own. Nothing
horrible. This man is horrible, ladies and gentlemen. PBS champion who then wins the AEW Women's World Championship.
Then we combine these titles and get rid of them because we don't need both.
Why don't you want the women to have more?
Because
like how I turned that on you.
I'll tell you why. Because here at AEW, we don't like badges. That is gross. Let him know, Tony. His words, not mine. Look it up. He said it. Not me. What did he say? I totally forgot my point. It was. Oh, wait. Yes, Jade. Yes, sir. You're the one that kicked that lady in the country, not me.
What lady? Will you stop? People will believe you.
The reporter. I didn't forget.
And he really showed me, especially with the ending of this promo, he's gonna be, and he might even be a bigger babyface than he is as a heel.
Let's not get crazy. Somehow this 12 seconds means he's gonna be a better babyface than you. Listen, I like MJF as a wrestler, but let's be honest, and it's probably because he stays in character 24/7. But he does nothing. Even when he's trying to be a babyface like he is here, he comes across like a cunt. He is a cunt. The cunt you feel bad for half a second, but he's a cunt. Yes. Much like Triple H, actually. He just comes across. You can fucking pretend to be immature. You're an ass. I can see it. Ric Flair, you're an asshole. I'm sorry, sir. I see it.
What a tear in my eye. Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook for another edition, episode 32 of AEWramble. Jimmy didn't even send me a title for this one, so I came up with Con of Honor. We are here to discuss all what went down on last night's, the March 3rd, 2022 edition of AEW Dynamite with Tony Khan's huge announcement, plus the go home to AEW Revolution 2022 this Sunday. I am here once again with the man of 42,500 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews, and a lot of y'all go to him for your Tony Khan criticisms. He is Jimmy Macram.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I must say, I know we did a review of the show. See, I approve. Outside of the first 4 minutes, but see.
I was about to say, I was like, I'm very much surprised by that, and then you added besides the first 4 minutes. But yes, we are here to discuss AEW Dynamite from last night from Jacksonville, Florida, Daly's Place. Yes, we're going to hear all about the big news from Tony Khan off the bat, and we're going to hear Jimmy Macram's reaction to it and the segment itself. So remember, y'all, drop a thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. Plenty of content to enjoy over the next couple of days as we celebrate AEW Revolution 2022. Tonight, we got Blunt Impact with Chris G and Ness reviewing Impact Wrestling. Myself, Chris G, and Ness will be previewing Impact Wrestling Sacrifice on Saturday. Impact Sacrifice, we're going to be doing a watch along with UFC 272. So throwing in a little bit of MMA for you on Saturday. Also, we got True Heel Heat 165 with big time special guests Sat E. Nyangi and my boy Alex McCarthy, the Daily Boys, the Wrestling Daily Minor Reunion this Saturday on True Heel Heat, as well as our AEW Revolution preview and predictions tomorrow at the same time, 1:05 p.m. Eastern time. So a lot to enjoy. And yes, Jimmy Macram won't join us for the previews and predictions tomorrow, but at the end of the show, I will be getting all his picks for AEW Revolution and the jam-packed card. So Jimmy, as we start off every episode, please tell me one word to describe your thoughts on AEW Dynamite last night.
Perfect? Question mark?
That's a first. That's a first that Jimmy is saying that. So I want to hear from all of y'all as well in the live chat. Let us know what you thought about AEW Dynamite. Of course, if you want to support the channel, help out the True Heels, your super chat donations are encouraged and appreciated. And it makes sure we highlight your comment on screen. But we try to highlight as many as possible. We got DJ Eric who says, welcome everyone to the must-see show on YouTube TV. He knows. Come here. He's here for Jimmy Macram. He's here. People are either here to boo you or cheer you as you rant about AEW. CM is a fan here for Jimmy's opinions.
I don't care what Tony Khan says about you. I like you.
There you go. We also got Negro Buck who says, what's up, my good brothers? Got my metaphorical popcorn ready for Jimmy's thoughts on the ROH acquisition. We also got Ricky who says, what a promo. MJF is the greatest heel of all time. Talking about our clips from last week. We also got Frantic World here with us. What's up, Frantic World? Great to see you. Ricky also saying that Revolution is going to be better than the circus event WrestleMania.
Already we started with the WWE stuff. Come on, keep it together.
Shots fired. And yes, Annika, Saturday, True Heel Heat 165, some Irish cream to our Mocha Mondays on a Saturday. Yes, indeedy. And we also got Annika who's like, oh, Jimmy liking a Dynamite? This gonna be interesting.
I like lots of Dynamites. I like more majority of Dynamites. See, this is why Tony Khan don't like you. You better get on my list too. Well, you have two reasons why Tony Khan doesn't like you.
So Romeo is saying, whoa, save Jimmy's predictions for tomorrow. Gotta have a cliffhanger. I guess he wants you to send us a recording of your picks. I guess that's what he's requesting.
I will keep it clean, unlike JJ on that round table.
Yes, memories. Deep cut there. The memories right there. All right. So yes, we are here to talk about AEW Dynamite. Remember, as I said, your super chat donations is the best way for us to highlight your comment on screen, like we just did, as we're going to have a bunch of people giving their opinions on AEW Dynamite from March 2nd, 2022, from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, the spiritual home of AEW. And we kick things off with Jimmy Macram's favorite person.
Oh, look at that face!
Tony Khan. Tony Schiavone is in the ring with Tony Khan for the big announcement. Khan talks about how far AEW has come in 3 years and how proud he is of everyone, including the fans. He has also been a fan of another company that started 20 years ago called Ring of Honor. That's why he is proud to announce that as of today, he is officially the owner of Ring of Honor Wrestling. He brings up that two of the men. He also threw in a nice little line saying, "It's not Shane, it's me. It's the name on the contract is me." I like that. Two of the men in the first Ring of Honor main event are here in AEW, and that's going to be our opening matchup of the evening. Talking about the era of honor begins from February 2002. So yes, it is official. Tony Khan, AEW, has bought Ring of Honor. Cassidy Haynes, one of our good friends of bodyslam.net, put out a report following Dynamite saying that ROH is now going to work as a developmental territory for AEW. And it's very interesting. They're going to have a show, their next show, their first show since their whole hiatus, and they are releasing all their talent, is going to be on April 1st during WrestleMania weekend in Dallas, Super Card of Honor. They've already announced a bunch of big names and big matches. Swerve Strickland, who has been rumored to be joining AEW, is going to be on that show. You're going to have Jonathan Gresham versus Bandito for the ROH World Championship. And, shouts out to Bandito because we appreciate him here.
¿Qué tal, amigos de True Heel Heat? Les habla el más buscado. A todos mis amigos les mando un saludo, un abrazo y ya saben, vendidos como bandidos.
See, we represent ROH. But yes, AEW, Tony Khan buying ROH, making it a developmental territory. Do you think that this lived up to the hype of a huge announcement?
The day's worth hype? No. And I was a little annoyed that, I gotta be honest, I'm sick of Tony Khan here. I was a little annoyed that I saw some people were very disappointed with the announcement. This hype has been fucking 5 hours. How were you this hype for something that was happening 5 hours ago? What? I'll be honest. First of all, I saw a tweet earlier. I mean 2 minutes ago. That you liked apparently about Tony Khan. You got to be all in the videos, all on the record. If you don't get that reference, I went, yes, that whatever that is my feeling. Oh, now to be fair, this is his first time on TV like with a microphone, right?
Yeah, besides the Brody Lee tribute.
Yeah. So this will now be a thing. I guarantee it. I guaranteed to you a while ago. You didn't want to hear me. Oh, he doesn't want to be on TV. There is nobody who has that amount of power and money who ran a wrestling promotion who did not want to be on television at some point. It does not happen. Vince, Shane, Stephanie, Russo, Ferrara, Bischoff, Hogan, Dixie Carter, Paul Heyman, all of them. They cannot help themselves. That's not how that works. You cannot not want to be on TV. And here he is, new dummy. That said, I like the developmental move. I like that as that idea. And look, for me, wrestling fans can help but spoil things as soon as it happens. So I didn't even have to watch the segment because it got spoiled for me on Twitter a minute before that. So I just fucking fast forwarded right through all of that. Thank God, because his face is annoying and fast forward. There, his mannerisms, all off the. Oh, look at him! Oh, how can you not want to fucking throw him down some stairs? Let's have in a wig, and I want to snatch his wig off. Oh. 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 I don't want to eat. That'd be nice. I'm trying to keep it nice.
So I think that this was a huge move for AEW. Yeah, huge. Because you have. I base AEW based on AEW, and I base it on wrestling history. There's not been many promotions that are mainstream this fast, that, have a TV deal this fast, that then get a developmental territory this fast, a developmental territory that has 20 years of tape library for a company that has, we had the rumor circulate. Another person that's been on True Hill Heat, Andrew Zarian of Madman Podcast, said before the announcement that AEW, a lot of talks from people in AEW and in WWE is that AEW is in talks with HBO Max. If you don't think this is a huge move, you're not looking at the whole chessboard. This is a big chess piece to move to set yourself up for HBO Max. Because 3-year catalog, HBO Max going to look at you like, what you even coming to us for? You don't got the catalog. You don't got the catalog to come on board with us for us to give you a big money deal. But with now 23 years, with 20 years of Ring of Honor for the opportunity to make documentaries, and more important, they have the full AEW story now. Because AEW didn't own the rights to All In. The origin of AEW is that All In event from September 2018. Ring of Honor owned that. So by buying Ring of Honor, you now have the complete story. You now can do an All In event, All In 2 if you want. So there's multiple different things that this sets up, and it puts them in line. I love this move for AEW. And it's not just because I'm a ROH fan. I'm just thinking about the business end of everything.
Tony Khan's wallet has nothing to do with me, so therefore I don't care. I don't care what happens with him and his fucking money, and that's why I don't say it might be a good for them move, a good for you. You get to make money, and the rest of you get to make money, and therefore you think you're doing good things, and therefore you fucking end up on TV more, making me miserable. I get that part. As far as what's it going to change, get on HBO Max. What's that going to do?
Hey, you can see the pay-per-views on HBO Max eventually. I mean, I wouldn't do that.
Eventually, there you go.
Also thinking about this, I wouldn't do that right now. I would wait a few years before you give all the paper, because I know there's a lot of people. My good friend, my co-host, Rick Ucchino, I Believe in Pro Wrestling podcast this week said I really was hoping it was the HBO Max deal so I could watch Revolution on Sunday on HBO Max. I was like, first of all, even if it was that, that's not going to happen because that's a dumb business decision. You don't make a move to a streaming service in 4 days and expect people to. That's not how you make money. Like, I understand, and I understand your perspective. I understand his perspective. It's all about what you want as a fan, and I get that. But since I started wearing my Vince hat with Vince McMahon and watching WWE, which makes it a lot easier to watch WWE because you don't feel like a goddamn idiot because you realize what they're trying to do. I wear my business hat on all these other companies, and on the business end, this is a move that sets up the HBO Max deal, which I think is going to have the catalog of Ring of Honor footage, of AEW footage, but it would be dumb right now to turn over your pay-per-views there when you just made $10 million off of All Out. You probably made another $8 million or more off of Full Gear. You are making the business numbers WWE was making back in the early 2000s off pay-per-views. So, no. WWE waited till the bottom fell the fuck out before they made that move to the WWE Network for $9.99 a month, and now it's $5.99 if you don't care about ads on Peacock. So they lost money really when you look at the business end in that deal. And then Ring of Honor, I also say this is a great deal for them because WCW, Jimmy, sold for $4.2 million to WWE. Are you fucking kidding me? They said, Fightful said that the projected price for Ring of Honor was between 20 to 30 million. Ring of Honor, Sinclair, I don't know how much they bought for the company. I know it wasn't $20 million. So they made bank.
All right. So WWE went out of business 2001?
Yes.
4.2. Even if we do inflation, it ain't $20 million fucking dollars. I don't know what it is, but fucking goddamn. Congratulations to you. I mean, WWE mostly fucked it up. But congratulations.
And let's be real. This is that's the only comparison I'm doing is money here. Because I know people are going to go, oh man, AEW is the reason why ROH was dying anyway, and then they buy it, so they're buying it to kill it, and blah 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 blah. No, this is something different. WWE. The
first part is not wrong.
Not the first part. Not the first. They are part of the reason. Not that it's on ROH as well because they didn't capitalize. They didn't capitalize on that. They sold out. They sold out on a 5,000 seat building in 2017. I know right now it's not that big a big deal, but WWE is having a hard time selling out 5,000 seat buildings right now. But in 2017 for the Hardy Boys versus Young Bucks ladder match, they were hotter than ever. They had the Bullet Club. They had Adam Cole. They just let all these people go. They didn't capitalize on the momentum they had. They had all the production and ticketing for All Out and then didn't do anything with it. They had Final Battle back in fucking Hammerstein Ballroom. They didn't even try for Madison Square Garden then. Like,
who's the guy in charge then?
I think I mostly blame Sinclair. Sinclair Broadcasting, of course, bought Ring of Honor back in 2011, and they have just done nothing with it in 10 years.
It's a hard thing to try to expand on something when you're not its dad. It's just some people don't have that vision. They just don't. Like, all credit to Tony Khan and them, Cody and the Bucks, and 4 people, 3.5 people. Nick Jackson, the great.
Oh my God! Would you stop?
At least he's good in the ring.
That's the mind. That's the mind. If you're going to talk about business, that's
the mind. He's certainly not the actor. Dear God, even last night he stinks.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous. Let's hear what the folks got to say about the big move, Tony Khan buying AEW. We got here. Let's see what we got. We got people requesting for Romeo to be ready for the memes
What is
there.
he doing? He's never worked.
We got Annika who says, I wanted a streaming service, but this was cool.
Yeah, I mean, listen, fucking developmental, that's a huge deal long term. As far as in the moment, who gives a fuck?
I mean,
the #1 draft pick. For
I think the people that
what
the people that give a fuck should be the people that fake care about guys like Jay Lethal and Lee Moriarty that aren't on TV every week. So now they have a whole.
I love that. I'm saying Jay Lethal developmental. Yeah, he needs to learn the ropes. What?
No. You use him. He's training guys. He's training the younger guys in AEW. So
Why
not him? Go back to ROH and be like the face, the senior.
Just a good idea. You know what we can call our first pay-per-view? Ring of Honor nigger hole. Enough of this. Why is Jay Lethal not on TV? What does he have to do in this goddamn place? Jesus,
no, what they need to do is ROH one night stand. I want to see all the fucking dream match. Give me it all. Give me Danielson and Punk. Give me fucking give me Hangman and I don't know. You just come up with the matches. You guys put it in the live chat. Give me the matches you want to see at ROH one night stand. I'm gonna send a proposal to Tony and we're gonna get it done. So Frantic World says, so will ROH be like AEW NXT, right? Yep, pretty much.
Now here's my hope. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pardon me, this is unlikely. Here's the thought. You've got to put somebody in charge of Ring of Honor. You can't do it yourself. I hope he has the common sense not to do it himself. I hope he's at least that fucking right. So you put a booker, and then depending on how good that show is, perhaps you have the common decency to have that guy start booking AEW. That is my hope.
You have the common sense to have that guy start. No, you give him ROH to start, and then when he does better than Tony, this is all a ploy for Jimmy to say he wants Tony replaced.
Yes.
Fifth generation Carney, hope you're doing well. We got Rando Craig who says big move for AEW. We also got Negro Buck who says I really hope they run another all-in pay-per-view. That's a cool note. That's something I said. Annika's like, exactly, no more $50 pay-per-views.
To be fair, they're usually worth it.
Yeah,
it's once every 3 months.
Exactly. Like it's $200 versus what you were doing. WWE Network is like $60 in total less, but you're getting 12 pay-per-views that aren't the same quality as AEW's 4. So it's like it takes 12 WWE pay-per-views to be $60 less than AEW pay-per-views based on the quality, just on last year alone. We also got Will Chisholm who says Tony Khan still won't use more women, and Rick is starting to have Louis Dangor takes low key. I've been trying to help him.
I think I've seen Dangor's face, and
I mean,
that's not on my own, by the way. They not True Hill Heats, they're not SP3s, they're just mine. I'm in a cranky mood today. I'll be saying some shit today, boy.
I see that. Frantic Girl saying the G1 Supercard really mess up ROH. We also got a lot of people reacted to Jimmy saying, God damn it, Jimmy. Annika laughing. We also got Frantic Girl saying Jimmy is crazy. So here we go with the ROH dream matches. We got Jonathan Gresham versus Bryan Danielson. That would be a technical wrestling masterpiece. We got Eddie James with Hangman versus Bandito. That would be very good. CM with Swole versus Tony.
You know what's fucking hilarious? I saw on Cash told me that Swole apparently said you weren't saying that when you were smoking my weed or something. Is this true?
That was the headline, but basically she was telling like a whole story about how she thought she was cool with Tony before the tweet. Like they even hung out. She even shared some of her weed with him. Like, and then was like, basically that was the line afterwards. Like, how you do me like that when you smoke my weed? Like, yeah.
What? Why does that make us fucking friends or make me like you or make me not trash if you trash me? What? And let's not forget about your impediment. Both of them.
Well, Randall Gray says Samoa Joe versus Gresham. We got Nick Jackson who says Bandito versus Darby Allin. Fifth Generation Carney with Claudio and Danielson versus Kingston and Moxley. I would love that. Ninja Mortis, I agree. Give Hook the ROH World, TV, and Pure Championship titles now. And he's a doppelganger, so he can be the tag team champions as well. Briscoes don't want no smoke with Hook.
I like Hook, but they're trying to push it. They're trying to make it out like Hook. I'm not going to let them.
Ricky oh, Bandito versus Sammy. That would be a great match. We got the NW Network who says brilliant move for TK. Great opportunities for all pro wrestlers. ROH and Impact are the gateway for any indie talent to perfect their craft. Experiment with creative before AEW and TV opportunities. Yeah, to be fair, Ring of Honor has kind of been a developmental for their entire existence. It just hadn't had an official home to basically to give their stars to groom their stars for. Like, it would be some guys would go to TNA, some guys would go to WWE, some guys would just eventually leave and go somewhere else. So there was all different ways, but now it is official developmental, and it has a very deep connection to AEW already, so it makes a world of sense.
Agreed.
So we will get to the rest of your comments shortly as we go through the show. But like I said, he brought up the Era of Honor begins with the main event of Bryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels versus Low Ki. Low Ki doesn't like to wear masks for vaccination, so we just got Bryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels in our main event in our opening match for this episode of AEW Dynamite. Christopher Daniels making his in-ring return for the first time in 9 months. With it, he also still has an eye injury at 51 years old. This started off with the Code of Honor being respected, and we got some nice technical wrestling here. Then we got some hard hitting. Danielson slapping the dog pound crap out of Daniels at one point. The finishing sequence was great. You got Danielson with the release Uranagi. He goes for the best moonsault ever, but Danielson catches him in the triangle choke with the flex and the smile to get the submission victory. After the match, post-match, Danielson says that he's going to shake Daniel's hand. I just got over this. Danielson versus Daniel Garcia last week. Now we got Bryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels this week. But he says this isn't Ring of Honor. So he kicks his fucking head in, and then he calls out Jon Moxley. Moxley comes in. He talks about how he is on two different paths, one of which ends with him getting his head kicked in, just like Daniels just did, and the other path ends with him fighting in blood, and he's ready to start right now and finally get that victory over Danielson. The jacket comes off, but Danielson bails before they can get violent before Sunday. Love the post-match promo. I thought the opener was very solid, pretty good matchup. What did you think?
I love the match. Shockingly, I love the match. That's the best Daniels has looked in years. I don't think it's a coincidence it's just against Dragon. That's not how that works. I thought he looked... outside of his eye, he looked like he was in better shape than the last time we saw him. I will say this. I love the post-match promo from Dragon, and I like the post-match promo from Moxley in a vacuum. He's always fantastic. I'm like, I was a little confused by the wording about how Dragon's going to kick his head, and I don't see why that would happen. Isn't Dragon trying to get you on the side at the end of the match?
I mean, he wants to get
the match, kick your head in.
He wants to also make a bleed, so that's his way.
During the match, you might kick your head in. After it felt weird to me. I'm not mad at it. I liked it. So far, I was hooked on the show. Mainly because I skipped the first 4 minutes, but I did like the show at this point.
I thought Moxley's promo was really strong. It made me believe he's gonna win on Sunday. Like he sounded very motivated, and he emphasized getting the win over Danielson. Excuse me.
Agreed. I would have liked the mention of the alliance, though. Isn't that kind of the whole point of this thing?
Yeah, but it's more on Danielson's side, and Danielson kind of put that to the side last week in his promo. So
We'll see.
I get it. Yes, but we went backstage for a little quick promo here. Sting and Darby Allin, they're ready for Revolution. Darby brings up that Rampage is a big night as well, as it will be Sammy Guevara defending the TNT Championship in a three-way against Darby Allin and Andrade El Idolo. So he's ready for Rampage. Says that he's gonna put that aside for Revolution and team up with Sammy to get the win. Next, we had the Casino Tag Team Battle Royale, and we kicked off with the Joker, actually, to begin this one, as the mystery tag team was none other than Dante Martin and his returning brother, Darius Martin. He's here! He's here! Do we have to retire this, Jimmy? Do we have to retire this? He's back!
So.
He's back!
He looked great. I thought
He did. He had a very strong showing. They started off the matchup with FTR. As it broke down, we got Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly come down to the ring. They interfered to help the Young Bucks eliminate Dax Hardwood as it came down to FTR, Top Flight, and the Young Bucks. Dante Martin eliminated himself and Cash Wheeler, so it came down to Darius Martin and the Young Bucks, and Darius had a strong showing. He looked good. He looked a little bit rusty, but at the same time, I think commentary did a good job of hiding that by kind of just playing into it, being like, oh, this is because he's just coming back and stuff. And he got a very much of a highlight moment eliminating Nick Jackson, but in the end came down to Matt Jackson and Darius, a low blow from Matt, as well as a super kick, eliminated Top Flight. So the Young Bucks win. So now at Revolution, it will be Jurassic Express versus reDRagon versus the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team titles. That's going to be a banger. I don't care how much Jimmy's shaking his head. What did you think about the Casino Battle Royale?
I think I was proved right, clearly, for this fucking shittily booking our way backwards into this stupid fucking match. But that's not about this show. So I'm not going to criticize this show for fucking that terrible fucking decision. This Battle Royal I fucking loved it. Way more than that fucking last week's. Look, good Lord, last week stunk. This one was really good. I thought everybody got highlighted appropriately. Everybody who mattered. Santana, the Bucks, FTR, Darius for some reason. 10 got some good spots in.
Yeah, 10 lasted a long time. Anthony Bowens too. Oh, and I didn't even bring up the Max Caster rap, which might have been his best stuff.
It's been a while since he had a rap that good. And the pop they got was outrageous.
You saw how over this whole division was. They got a pop. Santana and Ortiz got a pop. Dark Order got a pop. The Young Bucks, FTR, so many best friends. So many tag teams are over in this division.
It was fucking great. Highlight of the night is Max Caster getting eliminated and JR going, listen, you're eliminated. I cracked up laughing. I gotta be honest, I love the finishing sequence too. I love the interference by Fish and O'Reilly, even though it led to first of all, I understand why Matt Jackson is being the last guy instead of Nick Jackson. That's 2 weeks in a row. I don't fucking understand.
Bobby Fish is becoming a highlight.
He is.
We're becoming a Bobby Fish stand show now.
I said he's in my top 5 people to watch on fucking AEW. Let's go bigger, fucking Dragon, 2 other people you want to mention, and then fucking Bobby Fish.
Depending on the week, 2 other people, and then Bobby Fish.
Indeed. I gotta be honest, I was kind of hope Darius won because I thought it was a greatly well done match. And then I would
they made you feel like it was going to happen. Not to interrupt you, but they really made you feel like it was going to happen.
Yes, I was so hyped. I was like, I'm gonna have to eat crow for 2 hours on this fucking show about how great that booking decision was. How we were all set up because we all just assumed it was Young Bucks, and then I was reminded that Tony Khan runs this program. Therefore, if it seems like a shitty booking decision, it is a shitty booking decision. And then there we fucking go. So credit to Matt Jackson and Nick for making at least feel like it's not gonna be the obvious thing we all knew it was because we booked backwards like a fucking moron. We need these 2 to match. Well, we have 2 contenders. Huh? Get it? You fucking idiot.
I know last week's finish was to kind of build the tension between the Young Bucks and reDRagon, but I don't know. I wish it was something like they would have split these. Like you have 15 teams, so put 7 in one battle royal, put 8 in the other. Like, if they would have done it that way, I think this would have been even more effective. But it was a rare occasion where most of these tag teams were on back-to-back weeks, so I'll take that, especially for Santana and Ortiz, who have been featured on television for a month, which feels like their record for AEW.
Indeed.
So.
Indeed.
Post-match, we should mention the Bucks and reDRagon were pleased with each other, but Jurassic Express came down for a stare down to hype up their match on Sunday.
They were on the ramp last week as they watched, and now they came out this week. Yes.
They do feel like the add-on of this whole rivalry, and they're the champions, which might play into what I'm predicting on Sunday, but that's for tomorrow. Damian Hernandez saying, question, how is it that AEW is signing all these wrestlers and buying ROH, but having a hard time keeping up with contracts, which is why Cody didn't get an extension? No, I think
I told you why. I get what you're saying, sir. You're saying we're signing all these wrestlers where all this money is going, so we don't have enough money to sign Cody. No, I have plenty of money to sign Cody. He is not what he says he's worth. He isn't. I love you, but you're not worth fucking Steve Austin money or whatever the fuck he wants. Get out of here. Beat it.
And I was on the conference call yesterday with Tony Khan ahead of AEW Revolution, the media call, and someone did ask him about why he didn't extend the option, something that we talked about here on AEWramble, why he didn't extend the option year for Cody Rhodes. He said before his contract expired, they tried to negotiate a long-term deal with each other. They couldn't come to terms. And he didn't want to keep someone that obviously didn't feel comfortable staying with them long term, so he didn't extend the option and he let him go do his own thing. So
yeah, he said very nice shit about Swole too before she fucking said something back. I'm sure once Cody says something, he'll fucking get a punch right in the fucking mouth.
Oh, absolutely, he'll change his tune. But they signed those NDAs. I don't know. We also got Ninja Mortis who says JJ in a cranky mood today. You're crazy whenever you talk about AEW. It's like you wake up on the hater side of the bed on Thursday.
That's hilarious. Secondly, have I not praised everything outside of Tony Khan that happened on the show so far?
You have. This is a different Jimmy today. Bring back the Kings of Wrestling. Absolutely. I'm always down for that, and I will always root for that. Negro Buck saying, SP3, are you also looking forward to Hook murdering QT on the buy-in? The biggest buy-in match of all time? Of course I am. Of course I am. Hook a nation. We in here. We out here.
I am the hype for that match. It's a solid looking buy-in too.
Absolutely. This is like a well-built buy-in. Like these matches that they have for the buy-in have been built up over weeks. So I like that. We also got Blue who says, I want Keith Lee versus Samoa Joe. We also got Ninja Mortis who says, counterpoint, if you are not on the best of terms with TAC or TK, I guess, will you still get ROH bookings? Is Swole, Leo Rush, Evilise, etc.?
You want a long answer or a short answer? Long answer is if they don't feel comfortable talking with these people, then these things happen, and there's lots of other places they could go, and the contract discussion doesn't work out. The short answer is no, not just because you're fucking all darkies of various colors, but because I don't like you. You don't like me. Why the fuck would I pay you? Beat it.
And if you want it in a less civil way, but still the way he's probably thinking, no, Negro, no.
Beat it. You don't like it.
Talking about the matchup with Daniels and Danielson, we got Nick Jackson who says Brian slapped the fuck out of him, man. Yes, he did. He definitely did.
Yes, he did.
Blue just booking all the matches. Daniel Garcia, Chris Daniels, and Brian Danielson versus Keith Lee, Lee Moriarty, and Lee Johnson.
We didn't even mention them. They were in the match. I think we mentioned every tag team except them. Lee Johnson. And
we did. I mean, they didn't stand out. They literally did the same spot that Matt Jackson and Dax Harwood did a moment before them better. Like, that was their tag team moment in this fucking matchup. But at least they look better than Bear Country and Gun Club.
This is true. I mean, yeah, I guess.
But Gun Club, I feel like this should be their role. This feels like more their role. Like Bear Country, this seems out of place because they look very intimidating. Yes. They shouldn't be eliminated. They shouldn't enter during the commercial and just be eliminated moments later, even though it did make Santana and Ortiz look good, which I'm always down for. But like Gun Club, this just seems like this is the place more than them getting a shot at the AEW World Tag Team titles.
Agreed. Fucking perfect. And I give some credit here. I'm very glad we didn't have House of Black in this match. Smart booking on your part for them not to look like bitches.
And Death Triangle back in Penta. Yeah, that was great move. Keeping out the fact that they have more tag teams besides the 15 that were in this fucking match. We didn't have reDRagon, Jurassic Express, House of Black, or the Lucha Bros.
Good job, sir.
Oh my goodness, great job. We also got here Frantic World complimenting that promo with Mox and Daniels. Kid, get money. Thank you so much. SP3 has to be the hardest working guy in internet in the IWC. I try my best. Frantic World saying Top Flight is back, baby. He's happy. We also got Ninja Mortis who says JJ hates the Young Bucks enough to tell them apart.
Yes.
I guess he's.
You think but they're stop it. Come on, they're easy to tell apart. That guy fucking acting like he's in a fucking telenova. That's Matt. That guy, that's Matt. And the one with talent, that's Nick.
Will you stop? We got Ninja Mortis who says Jurassic Express the first transitional champs because their reign has been mad. Yeah. They haven't been given like a lot of guys to have great matches with. Like the biggest challenge that they had was Private Party and Alex Reynolds and John Silver.
Because you just want them to be champs because you have a fetish for them.
For Jungle Boy. For Jungle Boy.
Yeah, they're your guys.
It was all about putting over Jungle Boy.
Yeah, and then because you don't want to have to beat anybody serious because you're gonna bury them, so you just haven't beat all these bums. I get it, but that's your fault.
That's true. We got Frantic Worlds that says so both women's matches on the main card. Yes, and a buy-in match. That's a women's match. 3 women's matches on an AEW pay-per-view. It's a whole new world.
Is on the card. I'm constantly throwing up all night backstage. Jesus.
Will you stop? You're so too much.
Tony Khan impression. Oh.
Next up, we had Chris Jericho is ready to beat Eddie Kingston, and after explaining what a promo means, he says he knows Eddie is going to fail again because he is scared of success. After Revolution, he is going to tell Eddie to GFY. If Eddie wins, he'll shake his hand and tell him he respects him. And then Santana and Ortiz came up and gave Jericho a fist bump, but won't say if they're good with him or not, although they did nod in approval. So what did you think about this short little segment here?
I continue to apologize to Chris Jericho because now all of this shitty nonsense he's been doing for the last few weeks, first of all, works as a delusional heel. It just works for Jericho's fan. I love this segment. I love the promo. I thought it worked perfectly. I felt like it was what last week's promo should have been, which was fine, but probably cut in half. And I love this Santana Ortiz stuff. I am now intrigued at what the fuck's going to happen in this match. Apologies to Chris Jericho. You only had 20 years of evidence that you would make this work. I don't know why I thought otherwise. Sorry. My bad. That's on me. My bad.
My bad, guy. Next, we had the segment of the night. I don't think it's any question. I don't think there's any question. I will try my best to do this justice. What went down here?
Oh,
so,
Jesus.
Here comes a serious CM Punk. It was for a chat. He has spent the last week asking himself if he's a bad guy, but he can't be sure that MJF isn't gaslighting him. Punk believes that those things happen to MJF, but he isn't sure if he cares. There is a photo of a young Punk on the internet meeting Steve Austin, though Punk wasn't hurt when Austin took his ball and went home, as they said 20 years ago. Punk has seen MJF do some horrible things to people, like punching Dean Malenko, who's suffering from Parkinson's disease, insult the memory of Brian Pillman Jr.'s father, Brian Pillman. He's said when Punk arrived, MJF offered him a handshake, but Punk didn't accept it. Does that make him the Dr. Frankenstein and MJF the monster? Punk wants the MJF from last week to come out here for a conversation. So here is MJF, Sane's music. Punk talks about the horrible things he has done over his career, over the years, from pouring alcohol down an alcoholic's throat, Raven in ROH. He said he poured ashes from an urn onto another person from their deceased manager. Of course, that being Paul Bearer's ashes on Undertaker in WWE, and said he insulted an addict until they lost their job, talking about Jeff Hardy in WWE. This right here, though, is bigger than the two of them because it is about that 11-year-old kid at home this morning. He said this morning, Punk asked himself if he was the good guy, and he said he sure was trying. Punk extends his hand, but MJF isn't sure about that. Instead, MJF pushed the hand aside, and he hugs Punk, which Punk eventually accepts. MJF pulls away after a long embrace and kicks CM Punk right in the jugular, right in the balls, and then takes off his jacket and reveals that he has the picture, the photo of a young MJF meeting CM Punk as a shirt. He then takes to beating the hell out of CM Punk. He gives him the power driver, the Hangman's power driver. Wardlow and Shawn Spears come down. They hand him the Dynamite Diamond Ring. He punches CM Punk, busting him wide open, lays in more punches. Shawn Spears has the dog collar, and they hang CM Punk by the dog collar and the chain, covered in blood, dripping in blood. MJF says, Punk is a stupid old man. He calls himself the devil himself. Spears hangs Punk over the top rope and starts pulling. He basically, MJF quotes the original Summer of Punk promo, saying that the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making people believe he didn't exist. The same exact words Punk used in June of 2005 when he turned heel after winning the ROH World Championship. Shawn Spears pulled back on CM Punk, hanging him over until Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy Guevara came down. Here is the blood-ridden CM Punk after the match. After this whole angle. Jimmy, before I give my thoughts, I'll take it to you. What did you think?
First of all, great segment. Let's be clear, because I know I can get lost sometimes. That said, Punk, I can't think of another guy off the top of my fucking head. Moxley at times has such a conversational tone. You kind of forget you're watching a wrestling promo. He just feels like he's having a conversation. You're watching a YouTube video or some shit of this guy who kind of talks. He's
motivational speaker.
Yeah, he's so unbothered by everything. He's so in the moment. There are people yelling shit because it's Jacksonville, they're drunk idiots. It's not in phase. He's just going. And I thought I bought into it, and I thought I'm trying at the end of that promo, kind of perfectly wrapped it all up about who this new CM Punk is over God knows how many years in this fucking business. It worked. As they bring up the past, I had forgotten a lot of it. That Raven shit is outrageous. The Undertaker shit is sports entertainment. But that Raven shit is outrageous. That shit is over the top. And how much of an ass CM Punk was as a character it is. Some people would say in real life. This worked. Every bit of this worked for me. It felt weirdly premature, even though the match is Sunday. But MJF turn, what am I mad at?
Well, let's confirm, ladies and gentlemen. MJF didn't go back on anything he said. In his emotions read like a person that it's still everything he said last week is still real to him. But he is now against the man that basically created this monster from within.
No, because Punk did it on the head. I thought it was perfect. He said Austin took his ball and went home. I didn't become a cunt. You're a cunt.
No. But he also said it perfectly as well. He was like, he doesn't think anything MJF said was not real. He said, but he's using it to gaslight him. That's the key. That's what makes MJF the heel here.
That's what makes you feel weird about the turn. Because what is the point? Like, what is the goal of MJF being a cunt? Is it just to set him up for this beating? Because that feels kind of weird.
No, you got him into a false sense of security, and you weakened him before the dog collar match.
Yeah. Shouldn't this be more effective if you wait until after the match?
I mean, I said that last week, and I was hoping it would wait, but then we got probably one of the best go-home segments AEW has done.
Not mad at it at all. I thought it was great. I thought FTR clearing security was great.
Yes, I didn't mention that, yes.
Right? I thought the cheers for Wardlow added a lot to it. I love the segment.
And Wardlow just sitting in the corner.
It's weird. The way they've done Wardlow so far throughout this whole Punk thing has strangely worked. He's got none of this dirt on him. Like, it just feels like they're not turning on him. They just want him to turn more and more. Like, come with us, sir. He's just like, hey, I got bills. Shit.
Still trying to pay these bills out here in these streets. Come on, y'all. I know what y'all want to do, but I got to do me. We got a couple of comments here. Frantic, we're all saying MJF is the best. We also got cheers for Jimmy here. And yeah, so many people commenting on this segment. We got G Loke in the live chat saying, "Wow, haven't seen that much blood in a long time." Hashtag CM Punk.
They're going to erase that segment from fucking history, just like the eye gouging segment for Pac and Malachi Black. I have not fucking forgotten.
No, they care about Punk and MJF. There's a difference here, ladies and gentlemen. But I have a question for you. I love this segment. Like I said, one of the best go-home segments, go-home angles that AEW has ever done. This was a hard sell. And the key for me was, this is the first time that I'm going against what I originally said, and I said it last week, and I reiterated last week after saying it the week before. I said that the right result is MJF winning the dog collar match. Now, after that beating, I'm not too sure. It's like the Pro Wrestling 101 says CM Punk should win on Sunday. But I like the fact that this whole beating, they did two angles or two moments on this show, that two results that I was like dead set, this is what I'm going for a Revolution. They kind of made me think otherwise about it.
They did. I assume the other one is Goat Baker and Thunder Rosa.
Yes.
Yes, they did. I am hoping they have MJF win this match. It feels like it's his time. However, it's a little rough to have Punk lose this match now. It's on the rougher side. He lost twice in Chicago. He's been duped by MJF. Even the CM Punk, the most cynical guy on the planet, got duped by MJF. The cuntiest person to ever exist. He's got to go over.
Yeah.
I assume it'd be bloody.
I think what I originally thought was going to be the finish was Punk was going to have MJF beaten dead to rights, bleeding. He's like got the chain or something, and he's about to finish him off, and MJF puts the picture in front of him. And he pauses. We don't need over the top selling.
When he pull the picture out?
He like out of his trunks. He always has the dynamite
I gotta wrestle with this fucking picture.
Chapman dies. Or Wardlow hands it to him. Whatever. He shows him the picture. He pauses. Low blow. Dynamite diamond ring. That's how he beats him in the dog collar match. Now I think we're gonna have something along that lines, because it's been used as so much as a prop in this whole angle, in this whole storyline. He shows them the picture, but Punk doesn't pause, and he still murders him, and we see the picture in the ring with blood on it at the end.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. This is a Scorsese picture. Get rid of this.
I'm telling you, this. What do you think? Rick Ucchino made the argument on Believe in Pro Wrestling podcast this morning. Check that out on the YouTube channel. He says this is in his opinion, the best AEW rivalry yet. What do you think? Where do you think it ranks?
All right, let's go through on this. Hangman and Omega off the top of my fucking head.
That's the one I immediately just told him, no, it's not. It's Hangman and Omega first, and then everything else we can talk about.
To give them 2 years worth of credit for Hangman's run. I cannot do that.
It started from the first goddamn pep rally.
You know what? I'm gonna say from start to finish, I think I don't hate that take. Punk and MJF. I can't think of another one. What's another one?
I would say if you're thinking about like the Flair type of rivalries, Eddie Kingston got a few of those. Like his build up to him in Moxley at Full Gear, his build up to him in Punk at Full Gear. He's Mr. Full Gear. Like he's had the best two of the best rivalries in AEW history heading into Full Gear the last 2 years.
I'm gonna go with Punk and MJF because you got to separate Hangman and Omega into segments. Like for example, I would say Triple H Batista is my favorite fucking rivalry ever, but only until WrestleMania. After that, it just becomes another Triple H feud, and I have no interest. Hangman Omega is good for like that right before the fucking paper. I don't care about the whole build. It's not a build. It's just Hangman doing shit for 2 years. It's not a build. Enough of that. It's MJF and Punk. That's the greatest, at least the most over the top promo in AEW history with the fucking Miz mention, and then there's a Go Bigger mention. There's a whole bunch of shit going on. There's this segment. There's MJF's promo. It has 3 of the greatest like
the dog collar promo. MJF's over the top celebration after he beat Punk in Chicago.
Four-and-a-half-star match or whatever the fuck. It was a great match.
The Chicago match. People forget the Greensboro 6-man with Punk and Darby and Sting with the face paint. Yes. You had the Punk Wardlow match with that whole story with him wanting to keep powerbombing Punk. Like this has been so long, so drawn out. And Sunday is really going to put the cherry on top if I move it ahead. But I have it number 2 to Omega and Page right now. But I am leaving the door open that Sunday it can't take the top spot.
How?
With the match. It's how you finish the story. They had the greatest pay-per-view main event in AEW history, Page and Omega. So
why? Because they nodded at each other? These fucking enough of this.
It's not about the Young Bucks. I didn't make it about
that's the point. It is about the Young Bucks. It's not about Hangman Omega. It's about all 8 of them. How many guys in this fucking
the Elite? It's the story of the Elite. We also got Kid Jet Money saying, "You are absolutely right, Jimmy. I was a drunk idiot in the crowd and gonna be even drunker in the Revolution crowd."
I'm mad at it. Just make sure you shut the fuck up, sir. You can be drunk, just don't talk while CM Punk is talking. That's not how that works.
We talked about last week how MJF's promo was the villain explaining his origin story and how the hero is the reason why he's the villain. And then this week, we got the hero who says, I was the villain, and now I'm the hero. Like, that was just like, these were 2 movie fucking monologues. Like, you could have saw either one of these promos in a goddamn movie. That was the best thing you said about that whole thing. Like, it felt like both of these, if you just put those 2 in like a movie, it would have felt natural.
It felt great. You know what I love most about it? I don't look in the mirror and ask, am I the baby face? Because this isn't a fucking thing, you cunt. Oh, I hate people who do that. Oh, yes, I'm the good guy. Yes.
Am I the good guy? Exactly. And I love them wearing white. That was a great touch. That was great. We should have knew something was going because Punk wearing a white shirt. It's like, when do you ever wear a white shirt? Come on. We got EBB who says, everyone in the back, hey, shouldn't we go out there and help this man? Nah, let's wait and see how this plays out.
I will say this. I've tried to rationalize that in my head. I'm going to say, once it started getting outrageous, first you let Punk handle his own. It's his feud. We don't want beef with MJF enough. And then security's coming out. So that's their job.
Yeah.
Let them handle it. And then once they can't, fucking clearly, we'll go out there. Sting who never runs for anything, by the way. It's kind of bad.
Because Darby is always running. That's what makes it looks even hilarious, even more funnier. We got Ricky who says Wardlow will cause MJF to lose. We're gonna get to that part of this. This is like it. Like they had a great go home angle, and then they just was like, let's throw on some whipped cream on that Sunday.
Indeed.
EVB saying just personal taste. I think a Punk versus Hangman story is more intriguing than an MJF versus Hangman story. And it looks like Wardlow versus MJF is happening post Revolution, which will be fun. Ace says CM Punk don't need another world title runs. I wouldn't mind. I feel like that's kind of completing his whole babyface story. I think that's the only thing left for him to do as a babyface is like win the world title. That's the only thing left after this feud. Like there's no one else.
I feel like we've been going in the opposite direction.
No. I don't think he's the guy to be Hangman.
Like because Jericho's the biggest. What?
I think the win I think now that after this whole angle, I'm feeling more to say that CM Punk's going to win. I think this win is there to set up him being the top challenger for MJF when he wins the world.
Yeah, because the way I see it, at the very least, I might be overthinking it, it's righty stuff. But Jericho is obviously a WCW WWE name, clearly. Moxley feels less so. Omega's not at all. And Hangman is relatively homegrown. And MJF is extremely homegrown.
He's complete.
In that direction, at least for the moment, and not the other one.
Yeah, I could see Punk getting like a token run. It won't be long, but I don't see him beating Hangman. That's for sure. We got EBB agreeing with Batista versus agreeing with something about Batista and Triple H, saying their Hell in a Cell is underrated. One of my favorite matches. I do think that Hell in a Cell is in the top 5.
It's a great fucking match, but that match is at Vengeance in July.
Yeah.
So you got fucking March to July? Good Lord. It's just a Triple H.
Yeah. You honestly, I didn't think the WrestleMania match was that good. It was better than Cena and JBL, I'll give him that. But it wasn't that good to be the main event over like Michaels and Angle or the first Money in the Bank or something like that. Or even the opener of Eddie versus Ray. But
Ray's match was fucking up. Fuck Ray.
This is that was their best match in my opinion. The Hell in a Cell.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We got Damian Hernandez saying, watching this promo almost gave me WWE vibes when Corbin did that dog food crap Roman, but when I saw the blood, I was like, hell yeah. I don't know how you got that connection.
You are exactly what I believe wrestling fans to be, and congratulations. I've been saying this for years, and people don't want to hear me. That's exactly what I think they think. You know, just talking. The fuck? And then, oh shit, yeah, there's some blood.
He says MJF will win the world title before 2022 ends. I think that MJF gonna win the world title before the summer ends. That's what I think. That's what I think.
I'm not mad at that.
You see, Frantic Girl saying it's like we are watching Star Wars. Yeah.
Wow.
Annika's like Darby and Sting's plane just landed.
You remember Men in Black where Will Smith shoots something and then he just starts running down the street and Tommy Jones just kind of calmly walks after him? I was like, that's what they remind me of all the time. It's fucking fantastic. Jesus.
Absolutely. Backstage, we went to have an interview with the Limitless Keith Lee, who is interrupted by Team Taz and isn't happy about it. They say they will see each other at Rampage this Friday and also at Revolution in the Face of the Revolution ladder match. I take this you enjoyed this.
Greetings and salutations, Keith Lee. That was hilarious. Oh, I couldn't stop fucking laughing. And I love Keith Lee's return response. It was you interrupt me again, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's basically what he said. And I love the Hobbs Keith Lee build up.
Yes.
Ready for this ladder match? Let's go. Let's go.
I only see 2 people having a big chance, but this is some interesting personalities in this matchup for sure. Next we had tag team action from the women's division as Dr. Britt Baker DMD teamed up with Jamie Hayter to verse the number 1 contender Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez. This was solid, but yet there was like a lot of miscommunication, especially when Rosa and Baker, 2 people who have very good chemistry with each other. Usually, it seemed like they don't like each other for real. Like the more, like the more I see them work together, like it works very well. This type of thing when they're brawling, but in a match, it just looks like, wow, y'all don't get along, do y'all?
What fuck was that?
In the end, Mercedes Martinez took out Rebel and Hayter in the end, and Thunder Rosa hit the Fire Thunder Driver to pin Dr. Britt Baker DMD just few days before AEW Revolution, with Tony Schiavone yelling out, "No, no, no!" That was great. I thought that this was the right finish, honestly, because it was feeling like a foregone conclusion that Thunder Rosa is going to beat Britt Baker at Revolution. Nothing in the build-up told us otherwise until this, because it's like Wrestling 101 teaches you when the challenger beats the champion on the go-home show, the champion is winning. So now the result is up in the air. I like this. What about you?
I did like the finish. I don't know what the fuck was going on with the match. Like you said, it felt weird. I couldn't tell if they don't like each other, if they didn't want to hurt each other. If Thunder Rosa would miss that payday at the pay-per-view. I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. They've always seemed to have incredible chemistry to me. Maybe they don't like each other. Maybe somebody said something. Maybe it was just a bad night. It happens. Oh, wait a minute. I can't forget. Because, this show is great. And this is probably the weak point of the show, this match. Sorry, go big. I thought it is what it is. Rampage, we had a contract signing, right?
Yeah.
And we have a pay-per-view coming up on Sunday?
Yes.
So that was about a week before the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And the contract signing between Gold Baker and Thunder Rosa ended with Mercedes Martinez putting Jamie Hayter through a table.
Yes.
It's a tremendous booking one.
Because Brett didn't want to take that spot.
Yeah.
Brett was like,
that's what he's spotlight. Did they decide to Hangman Goat Baker to a week before the pay-per-view with Mercedes Martinez and then it's fucking Jamie Hayter and then Thunder Rosa? And then, what are you doing here? What's on the show? The show's great. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna get a chance to mention it later. What was that?
I like the contract signing because Britt Baker's promo was fantastic in that segment, and
this is what it is.
And Thunder Rosa just saying one line and just seeming like the most angriest Hispanic moment ever. I was just like, yo, she's like part Xena, warrior princess, part Rosie Perez. Like, I love it.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Like a tough Rosie Perez. Yes.
Yes, like a badass Rosie Perez in that segment. Because she had the red with the black. That was like Rosie Perez like colors back in the day. Like, yo, I love that segment. You already know I'm a big Thunder Rosa fan, so I don't need a reason to big her up.
And I will say this. I love Gold Baker. My favorite AEW wrestler with relative ease. She has to lose this match on Sunday. We cannot overthink our way out of this fucking match. She has to lose. There is no benefit to her beating Thunder Rosa. None. I can't think of one. Not one.
The only thing that I thought of was that they're going to rush this Jade Cargill push. And that Cargill's going to win the title sooner rather than later. And that probably maybe double or nothing, she's the person to get the shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. And they've already done Thunder Rosa versus Jade Cargill. There's only one woman who's a star that she hasn't versed, and it's Britt Baker.
Don't do this. Don't overthink this. Listen, I know you watched the weekend. Don't overthink this, dummy. Just let them fucking have a match, 15 minutes, and then have Thunder Rosa win. I don't even care how she wins. I prefer if it was clean, snag that middle of the ring, we move on. But don't overthink this. She needs to win this match.
I agree. I always will agree. Thunder Rosa, our next AEW Women's World Champion. Next, we had some more ladies, as it was Ty Conti about to get an interview along with Anna Jay. In comes Jade Cargill along with Smart Mark Sterling. Jade Cargill isn't interested in hearing about Tay Conti's martial arts bullshit, so Anna Jay has to hold her back. We also saw the ladies for a build-up for the buy-in match with Kurt Statlander. Doesn't think much of Layla Hirsch calling herself a real athlete, but Layla doesn't think enough of her to even respond after what she said about her parents giving her up. Statlander promises a new side of herself that no one has ever seen before. So, what did you think about those two segments with the ladies?
I love how they've.
I loved Layla Hirsch. She came off so New Jersey in that segment.
She did. I don't know how I feel about Kurt Statlander as a babyface in this segment because not in this segment, but fucking what she said before about you deserve to be fucking given away. Not exactly babyface segment. I love the fact that fucking Layla Hirsch didn't let it go at all. She just kept bringing it up every 12 seconds. I love how they completely acknowledged that Ty Conti stands no chance pay-per-view because both segments they've had, Jade has just shat on her and moved on. What did she say? Yeah. Shut up, bitch. She was like, Jesus, we're never gonna pretend that this is the match. All right. Whatever.
She dead ass kissed her on the forehead last week, ladies and gentlemen. Jade Cargill's not taking this serious at all. Next up, we had another matchup. It was Cesar Bononi in the ring to get murdered by Wardlow. Benoni tries a powerbomb to start, but he gets eaten with one powerbomb symphony, 2 more powerbombs, and it's over in 49 seconds. Post-match, Wardlow breaks up Shawn Spears using the chair on Benoni for some reason. I don't know why. Why would he ever do that? They stare each other down and had the best facial expressions of the entire show in this one picture here. Shawn Spears looking away as Wardlow starred billets into his forehead. What did you think about this?
This was fucking fantastic. I thought we were gonna have a couple more like big guy versus big guy spots. Nope, it's a squash. Not mad at it. That's the way to go. Yeah. And I thought Spears and fucking Wardlow were fantastic because Spears looked like he was ready for the smoke. And then as he stared even longer into Wardlow's face, he realized he did not want any of that. And then fucking looked away. I hope he's comfortable with his role now. Because I know I'm sure he had grand hopes when he first came to AEW. I would imagine. He had a feud with Cody, it was the whole thing. That didn't come to pass exactly. But what he does now is great. And I hope Spears accepts it and does it for as long as he can. Because I fucking love it. And Wardlow's a star. Jesus Christ.
This is a much better role than what he was doing in WWE. Like, WWE was in catering for a long time. So, like, yeah, this is...
Well, when he came to AEW, he was like he's going to be a main eventer or something.
Yeah, they did give him the big push coming out, but that was more Cody. That was the OG Cody verse. Like, only in this Cody verse is Shawn Spears to be taken seriously. Next, we went to the back for a vignette. The House of Black takes credit for turning Pentagon into something so evil. Just remember, though, the House always wins. I love the way this promo is shot from like Malachi first and Brody Lee coming through the shadows, then Buddy coming through the shadow. Just greatly shot. I love it.
Oh, it was fucking fantastic. I loved it. I've loved all the promos so far. This is it. Please. Fucking splendid.
And just when you think the 81-point effort from MJF earlier in the show was enough for an MVP, he's here for another segment. MJF comes in to see Wardlow along with Shawn Spears, and he says that if Wardlow wins the ladder match, he can even keep the TNT title. And then under his breath, MJF says, "It's not like you're gonna win it anyway." Wardlow says, "Well, yeah, because he's too busy making sure MJF is always winning." Ooh, a bunch of oohs from the crowd. MJF comes back in and slaps the dog shit out of Wardlow and reminds him that he isn't even a professional wrestler. Rather, he's just the bodyguard. That means he stays in line or his family is going to be in trouble. Oh my God. This is another reason why I'm like, oh, it's okay if MJF loses on Sunday because they already set up his next feud. They already set it up. They gave us the go home for the next feud. Did you hear the pop? Did you hear the pop for them staring down with each other? Oh my God.
I thought this was great. I have no complaints about anything MJF did tonight. Anything Wardlow did. This was perfect. I love that we got more than one segment involving these three. Wardlow was in 3, actually. A match, segment, and another segment. Good job. I hope we don't do this feud. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to see this feud yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. No,
yeah, I feel like it's too soon. I want it for like after MJF loses the world title. Like I want it down. I want it down the line. Like, I want it down the Spears first. Kick Spears out of this fucking.
Yeah,
I want it down the line, or I'll even take like the next big progression is him firing Wardlow altogether, and like I like him firing. That's the big. He fired Wardlow, and he made sure that Tony Khan can't sign him or some shit like that.
I'm trying to piece this nonsense together.
Something that turns us in a way that we don't have to get to this match because it feels like Wardlow's patience is at full capacity.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Wardlow calling his bluff. Maybe Wardlow says, "You either keep Spears or you keep me." and then MJF because he's not a fucking idiot. I don't think, even though he did just slap Wardlow in the fucking face. Chooses Wardlow. I don't know. We'll see. But what was I gonna say? I'm trying to do the fucking logic in my head about why Wardlow just doesn't go get an AEW contract, which seems like the simple way out of this. I'm hoping MJF has pushed Tony Khan's bluff and says it's either Wardlow or me. Like, if you sign Wardlow, I'm out. Just letting you know.
I would love that. That would be a nice little twist there too. I love it. We got a bunch of comments here. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. This one was about the women's match. We got EBB said, I thought this match was really bad in my opinion. They've handled this build poorly from what should feel like a massive match. Hope they get their chemistry back on track. It was such a weird exchange.
Good take. What do you I tell you, once a week, EBB have a good day. It'd be shocking when I see it. Yeah, I don't know. This build is, I talked about Friday. It felt weird. This match should feel like, I know I was saying it should main event. Not for this build. Absolutely not.
No. I wanted it to, but no. Frantic World says Ricky Stark said, don't come to Rampage, and Keith Lee said, I'm pulling up to your house.
Yes. Oh, I can't believe I'm excited for this black on black violence.
We got 1x DDH who says, is there a more over pushed wrestler in history than Triple H?
Nice avatar as you make that statement.
I think you have a picture of the most over pushed wrestler, Terrence from Florida.
Listen, Triple H, Cody, Jeff Jarrett, and Hogan are probably in the conversation. Not that Hogan's not an all-time great.
Will you stop with Cody? At least he put over people.
No, don't do that, Skip Bayless. Don't do that. He's been on TV. He's had big segments. His wife is taking up segments. QT Marshall is taking up segments. Enough of all of these people related to Cody. It's probably Triple H. That fucking 2002 to 2008, 2009. When he beat Orton in that main event? 2009?
2009, yeah.
Oh, 7 years too much.
He was like, Rock and Austin are gone. I'm taking over.
I die.
Hannika's asking for some females, saying, send in Athena, and where is Ruby Soho?
We're bored. Ruby Soho. Listen, people think Tony Khan is fucking going to be this completely different. He's a different person from Vince, but as far as his way his brain works, the same way. It's a new toy. I play with a new toy, and I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, he's like Woody with Buzz. Like, he just keeps getting Buzz Lightyears. He's never going to look at Woody again. Fifth Generation saying Jay got MVP with that shit talk.
It was pretty good.
I just started laughing like immediately when she came on screen just talking shit. Ninja Border says, I love Ty Conti, but I hate that TK thinks his developing women are a better investment than Mia Yim, Athena, and Taya. But okay.
Yes. First of all, we're just talking about an investment. I'm paying them nothing. I gotta pay you something. Yes, they're a better investment. That's number one.
I'll be honest. Okay. Jay Cargill is a better investment than all those people.
This is true, and I think Tay Conti's great in the ring.
Yeah. I think Tay's great. I think Mia Yim's great. I think Athena's great. I think Taya's great. None of them got the charisma of Britt Baker. No one got the Goat Baker. No one got the work rate of Thunder Rosa and just badass aura, just everything about her. And none of them are the star that Jade Cargill is as soon as she comes on the screen. So I'll take those three over Mia Yim, Athena, and Talia. I'm just gonna be honest.
So maybe we start fucking bring some. Maybe we seem to be less hating women these days. Maybe we'll fucking continue to have more segments, and maybe we'll have time for more of a division.
It's all about progression. That's all we want to see is keep progressing in that direction. We got Nick Jackson who says, great House of Black promo. So he really enjoyed that one. We got EBB who says, Romeo needs to see the light and start praising Shawn Spears. Man is perfect in this role. I hope he, even after Wardlow turns Spears, just follows him around, still trying to be his accountability buddy.
That's fucking hilarious. That'd be great. Or you know what we should do? Once fucking Wardlow turns, MJF should be looking for a new bodyguard. Don't waste the time. He should be looking for a new bodyguard. It should be a segment every week where he fucking tries to bring in a bodyguard. I'd be here for it. But nobody can try out. Hobbs, Big Show, a whole bunch of bums.
I guess this is about Malachi Black. In the mixed radio says a white dude in blackface ain't cool, and you brothers didn't call it out.
This sarcasm? I can't.
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess it is technically blackface. It's like really blackface.
I guess. And even Nick Jackson saying, you talk about Malachi? That shit ain't blackface. The paint is gray. The fuck? Like, that's what I'm like, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not even black. Like, what? Like, even Annika's like, and this is all black people answering you, brother. It's not blackface. It's a creepy black eye, dude.
Like, it's sarcastic. Nobody thinks that's fucking.
Yeah, I hope that was a joke. I'm really hopeful. I'm hoping the best in the mix. I hope that was a joke that you just didn't stick the landing. I hope. Chair Relax says, guess who gets the All Elite icon next? ROH. Gotta get that ROH is All Elite. Ring of All Elite. All right, we got the main event to talk about. It was AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order's John Silver and Alex Reynolds versus Adam Cole and reDRagon. I love the story being told here with Page and Cole, just them knowing each other so well. Like those dudes couldn't land like a fucking move on each other. It was just like reversal, and then Cole was just like, you know what? I'll wait till Sunday. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here.
I thought you were gonna say you love the story of them being on the back burner for this entire feud, but okay, that's not okay.
I mean, we'll get to that. The ending saw Adam Cole hit the boom on Alex Reynolds to finish off the Dark Order and Hangman Page. Adam Cole looking strong heading into AEW Revolution and looking even strong in the post-match as Page goes after Cole again, but reDRagon come in. They do a 3-on-1 attack on Hangman and then duct tape him to the ropes as they beat down John Silver and Alex Reynolds, once again using friendship and friends in a Hangman Page storyline. It always works. It's a part of his character at this point. And then to end the show, Cole super kick Page and drapes the title onto his shoulder to end the show. I thought the go home angle was good, but it just felt like too little too late. But the match, the trios match was a really good main event. What did you think?
All of that. First of all, the crowd seemed dead. I'm not sure if that's because it's been a long show, which it hasn't. It's been great. Or we've treated these guys like the tertiary stars many people believe them to be.
To be fair, the Jacksonville shows are hot at the beginning and then slowly get very dead in like the middle to the end. Always. We always talk about that. We always bring that up.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, it's Jacksonville. Yeah. It's not the fact that the Adams are clearly behind MJF and Punk. They feel behind Dragon and Moxley. The fucking Goat Baker build hasn't been great, but if they don't feel, what the fuck is going on here?
Both of those. All three of the top titles don't feel as hot as they should. As far as like the match. We all know those three matches are going to deliver on Sunday, but the feud hasn't really had focus on either three.
Yes, exactly that. And I keep seeing people tell me that fucking Hangman run's been great. He had a banger with fucking Archer. He's had 2 great matches with Dragon, and he won the belt in a great match with Omega. This is not the issue. He's being treated like an afterthought. Adam Cole is treated like I don't want to say a joke. What's in between a joke and a fucking mid-carder? Whatever that shit with Orange Cassidy was. And now, I'm supposed to buy this as the main event of a fucking pay-per-view? Why? Because you say so? Come on. What are we doing? This segment was good, though. I like the match. I like the segment. I thought it was great. But like you said, too little, too late. Like, well, come on. I was it's serious now. He's tied up in the ropes as his friends get beaten down. 3 weeks ago, maybe. That would have been cool. We can see Hangman on the Rampage. But,
That should have honestly been the main angle when reDRagon jumped them from behind, and then we had the 10 spot beating up the security. It should have been an angle where they beat down Hangman, tie him into the ropes until Dark Order comes down and makes the save.
You know what? I think Tony Khan should hire a new booker. Who books the show? I forget.
Antoine Khan.
He should look into that. Look into doing something about that.
He no longer takes a knee for Black History Month. Now it's for Women's History Month.
He can't even book white men right. He stinks.
Oh my god, this guy never stops.
Ugh. Sir. Look at that fucking face. Somebody
Just
punch
go
me.
put that up there. Oh man, we got a couple of comments to highlight here. We got EBB saying really liked Hangman, always coming back for more, even though he was on the losing side, didn't look weak. Cole sells those lariats great. What is the chance of Cole and reDRagon winning? I think reDRagon winning would put some make people believe, maybe have a slight thought, oh, maybe they won the night with Cole winning and they all have the title. So maybe that would be the best decision as far as match order and putting some doubt on that main event, because the main event feels like a foregone conclusion.
Well, this card does. Even though they've shaken up with Go Bigger and Punk.
No, there's 4 matches that I feel very strongly. Go Baker and Thunder Rosa is a last minute add in of that 4, but the Danielson, Moxley, MJF, Punk, and the tag titles match, they all feel like they can go any way.
Really?
Yeah.
Tag titles too?
Yeah. Because it feels like you have to kind of put over Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, or it just feels like you have to cut bait and put it on one of these real teams that you will invest in.
I agree. Cutting bait sounds right to me, but
it's like who? It's like who then? I mean, reDRagon is probably the better of the 2 options based on the story they've told. But I said, I think there is a chance Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus win as a make good, so they can finally beat an established tag team in this division.
I think it's more than a chance. I think it's. I'm not gonna go given, but I fucking say 80%. Fucking Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus walk out of the belts.
There we go. We also got here. we got Frantic World. He says some Florida people are weird. We also got Frantic World that says Jacksonville, Florida was weird.
I love that. Love this. They were fucking hot the whole night, and then they don't cheer for Hangman. You turn on them. This is fucking outrageous.
Annika says 2 dead crowds in a row. Do we need a come to Jesus moment here?
We need a new booker, man.
Well, Drugs Delaney doesn't think so. He says cocaine TK is rules.
Drugs Delaney doesn't think so, huh? Okay. Well, shocking. He likes cocaine up TK.
Oh, okay. Kid Get Money giving us that inside information. He's trying to make good. He's trying to make good here. He says, I was in the crowd last night. It wasn't even close to being full. Plus, it's an open venue. So
what's been going on with their fucking ticket sales recently? There's been a few times where I looked in the crowd and it's just been fucking open ass spaces. Do we not want to see AEW live? And I don't want to hear any of you people making excuses, but the company's only 3 years fucking old. Enough of that fucking nonsense. Who cares?
Annika's getting offended by the crazy Floridian speech, okay? We are sorry, Annika. But yes, Jimmy, that brings us to a close on the show here. We got to put our thumbs in the middle for the March 2nd, 2022 edition of AEW Dynamite in 3, 2, 1. Absolutely. Out of 10, what did you give the show, Jimmy?
8.5. I really like the show. Really like the show.
I went 8 out of 10, but I don't blame you for the 8.
Never higher than you. I think I'm going to have to bring it down.
You're 8.5. I'm 8 out of 10. Let us know in the live chat your rating for the show. Whether you give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, your MVP, LVP, match of the night. If you want us to read your comment, last call for super chat donations as well. Jimmy, match of the night from last night's Dynamite.
I'm going to go with Dragon and Daniels. I really like that fucking match.
Yeah, I gotta give it to them. That was really good technical wrestling. Daniels just looked so good. I know you don't like for whatever age thing, but Daniels can still do all his stuff regardless of injury, age.
He can do all his stuff significantly slower and more plottier. He just looks like a mess, falling around.
Hey, I'll take that. Ladies and gentlemen. LVP of this show. Who did you give it to, Jimmy?
Oh shit! I will never give the LVP to Go Bigger. That's not how that works, ever. So, I guess nobody, because that women's match was rough.
I gave it to Cesar Bononi.
Oh, Nice. I get a cop out. Yes. Cesar Bononi. Yes.
They gave us a cop out on this episode. Someone gets squashed. It's like, oh, that's an easy one. Oh, give it to him. Could have gave it to the Gun Club too, or Beer Country. Could have gave it to either of those two. They did not look good on this show either. And MVP, I think this is Steph Curry in 2015. Who you got, Jimmy?
MJF with relative ease. Those Starks and Jade made a run at it with little time they had.
Bobby Fish made a run out of it just for the facial expression. I'm sorry. I'm a big Bobby Fish guy, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I want to do. Oh, so we got some breaking news in the live chat here. Sabit says, breaking news, Vince McMahon will induct The Undertaker into the Hall of Fame. I'm just thankful this won't be a solo Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen.
What the? Yeah, that's weird. A lot of people, I know people love The Undertaker. But this idea that he should go in alone has felt weird. Like
I never got that. I was like, you do know we just did a retirement ceremony for him at the Survivor Series. You do realize they did kind of a retirement ceremony after his match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 33. That wasn't his last match. Do you not realize that they did a whole 5-part documentary about him retiring? Like, how many times do we have to celebrate him?
Like we get it. He has earned all of those things.
Yeah.
But we did all those things. Full stop. He said, and he's going to the Hall of Fame as the headliner. Like, hey, what?
In Texas, in his home state. Like, how much more do you have to give this man? Like, But thank you for the breaking news, Sabine. We appreciate it. Nick Jackson giving it a thumbs up. Ace giving AEW Dynamite a thumbs up. Nick Jackson agreeing with you, saying 8.5 out of 10. Ace saying 8 out of 10. Frantic World says 9 out of 10. He's going high. We got Bill's Mafia STF joining us live, saying, I just started the show, forgive me, but SP3, when WCW was purchased, they were forced to run $20 million in ads for Warner, so they paid a lot more for the record. Oh,
that's like when you fucking take something back to CBS and they give you fucking points to use in the store. I mean, I guess I'll buy some shit around here, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going by what the document says. The official documents say 4.2 million. You are probably right that they were forced to probably spend a little bit more, but it was 4.2 on record. So I can only go by that. For Annika saying for the go home show, the end could have been better. If they ended with that MJF and Punk segment, maybe, but I thought this was good for a last minute heave at building up Cole and Page as the main event.
I can't believe that. You know what? I can't believe it. What am I even talking about? He stinks.
We got Fifth Generation Garden. He's saying I gave it an 8. Jade was the MVP. The Ass Boys are the LVP. Match of the night was Christopher Daniels versus Bryan Danielson. Nick Jackson saying the match of the night was the opener. MVP MJF, LVP Cesar. So he agrees with us. We also got Romeo who says SP3 complaining about the Undertaker. Color me shocked.
I'm just saying. I know Taker is compared to other main eventers, he's a great guy, but he has gotten away with a lot that nobody talks about. And fucking backstage politicking, being a complete cunt. His completely awful run that we all forget about in 2001 when he was the out of shape flat mess. And because it was American Badass, we all give him a fucking pass. Come on, come on, what are we doing?
Preach it. And the big thing that I talked about this week on Believer Pro Wrestling was look at his last 5 years in the company. Who the fuck did he put over? Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns? That's the two people you put over who were already the top guys? Like, what?
I'm gonna give him a pass for Lesnar because beating the streak is what.
Yeah. That put him to another level. But Roman beating him in 2017 did shit for Roman.
Sadly,
they didn't capitalize. They could have turned him heel after that, and that would have been great. But they didn't do that. So.
We got Roman early. That'd have been awesome.
Too bad. But yes, that brings us to a close on AEWramble episode 32. Jimmy, please let the people know where they can find you on social media, your YouTube channel, all that good stuff.
At Jimmy Macram on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube. We just caught up on Power episodes 2 through 4. We finished them all. 2 and 3 on the channel. 4 will be on this shortly. and then SP3 Cash and I will start 5 through change.
Yeah, great episode. That episode 4. They turn shit up. They turn shit up. Check it out. I'm gonna be watching to see Jimmy and Cash's reactions to it. You can find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. I'll be back here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel going on tomorrow. Tomorrow we go live at 1:05 p.m. Eastern time for our AEW Revolution preview and predictions. It will be myself, Romeo, Chris G, Josh. The gang will be here to do our predictions. And you, of course, if you're a Patreon backer, patreon.com/True Hill Heat, you become a part of the True Hill Heat Prediction Championship. So give your picks on our Patreon where you can get up in the standings. Of course, on Saturday, you got True Hill Heat 165, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time with special guests Sat E. Nyangi and Alex McCarthy. We also got the AEW Revolution watch along on Sunday. Romeo, Josh, Wendy, the gang will all be here to watch AEW Revolution live with you and get your reactions. And then on Monday, we'll do our roundtable review. Jimmy, are you free for that?
When is that?
Monday?
Probably.
There we
First
go.
things first, though, Damian Hernandez, if it wasn't for the Undertaker, WWE would be sold to WCW. So Vince can kiss his ass all he wants. Sir, Undertaker's been around for forever. Stone Cold, don't you
Exactly. I was like, wait, did you misspell Undertaker for Stone Cold?
Like, come on.
Stone
Undertaker's
Cold.
been around since 1990. Stone Cold got hot and it was over. You're welcome.
CM asking, wait, does that mean no Degrassi Dudes after show? No. We go live for Degrassi Dudes at 10 a.m. We'll be on Fightful Overbook from 10 to 11. Post show will be from 11 to 12. We're going to be talking about Eli and Claire, one of the best couples in Degrassi history. We're going to talk about it on tomorrow. Check us out, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'll be up on there, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time with Jeremy Lambert. You got all the content here on True Hill Heat. Saturday, go live, a special UFC 272 and Impact Wrestling Sacrifice watch along. So much to enjoy, but we'll be back here next Thursday to talk about AEW Dynamite. You can see Jimmy on Monday on the Roundtable Review. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Marcus Cash. But for Jimmy Macram, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 32, Con of Honor. We are signing off until next time.